Hey everybody, welcome to a brand new chapter of Old Man Brad. For those of you listening, new or old, thank you so much for tuning in to another chapter. I really appreciate it. And if you love the show, go drop a review over on your favorite podcatcher, whether that be Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Good Pods, whatever it may be. I would love to know what you think of the show. This week I have another great review for you. It is a new Shudder original coming out called The Sacrifice Game. And without further ado, we're just going to jump right into it. Let's talk The Sacrifice Game.
I'm sorry you have to be here. I know it's not your ideal Christmas.
Plans change. These things can't be helped.
We're gonna have fun, I promise.
Christmas killers strike again.
They pick a house with a nice couple in it, and then they slash them up.
It's freaky enough around here as it is.
You're not supposed to be down here.
What are these?
The books they don't want us to read.
Hello, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in?
There's something special about this place.
It smells good in here. Christmas dinner? You did such a lovely job. Let me tell you a story. It's not prayers that get God's attention. Oh, no. It's sacrifice.
It's bad enough that boarding school students Samantha and Clara can't go home for the holidays, but things take a deadly turn when a murderous gang arrives on their doorstep just in time for Christmas. So The Sacrifice Game is directed by Jen Wexler. It stars Mina Massoud, who you would know as Aladdin from the live-action Aladdin film, Olivia Scott Welch, Chloe Levine, Gus Winsworth, Madison Baines, Georgia Akin, and many more. This is a movie that I saw the trailer for probably about a month or two ago. I saw the trailer for it recently, and I was really excited to check it out. I was like, ooh, more holiday horror. We've gotten a couple holiday-themed horror films this year, like Thanksgiving, It's a Wonderful Knife, and then now we're getting this, and there's a whole bunch more that is on my list to see. I saw this was another holiday horror coming to Shudder, and I was like, oh, I am really excited to see this. This is like a 70s theme horror film. Right off the bat, I'm going to tell you that I really did love this movie. It starts off with a bang. Like, it gets right into it. The opening shot is a single shot, basically a home invasion group break in and murder who's in the house, but you see it all from outside the house. Like, you come in, the way it's shot and the music that is playing, it's amazing. You just come in, the person answers the door, and it starts, and you just kind of go window to window and see the chaos that's happening inside. Absolutely loved the opening scene, and it just set me up for, I'm like, okay, I am completely in for this film. This is going to be crazy. As we get the story of these girls that are staying home for the holidays. So I recently just watched a movie called Christy that has a girl who is home for Thanksgiving, and it turns into a home invasion movie. That's kind of what you start off with here, and it really made me think of that. I don't want to dive too deeply into the film because I don't want to spoil some things that do happen. But the few things, I'll kind of skirt around some things so not to spoil it because I really want everyone to check out this movie. But anyway, when this group of people show up to, this group of bad people, as we'll put them, show up to the school after everybody leaves, and you think it's turning into just like a home invasion. It's going to turn into like this cat and mouse kind of thing, but it takes a drastic turn of devil worshiping and sacrifices and all kinds of other stuff that really made me have the feel of like Satanic Panic or The Babysitter, not as comedic as The Babysitter, but very similar in that way. And again, like it gave me those feels, and those are movies that I really enjoy. So I was like, you have caught my attention. I am glued to this movie, and I want to find out where this is going. There is no shortage of gore throughout this movie at all. I will tell you that. Any of the kills in it have buckets of blood, so to speak, coming out. I mean, there's a scene akin to Happy Birthday to Me at a table. We just saw it recently in Thanksgiving, the same kind of setup, and all these homages to other films. Like there's one for Night of the Demons. There's like a little creepy dance scene that happens. It made me have that feel of Night of the Demons. And you put these type of things, as someone who's a horror fan, I loved seeing these tributes to other movies or make me feel or think about these other movies. And then you set it in the 70s. It's like the perfect setting for a horror movie, perfect setting for a slasher, to where, you don't have the technology and the modernization of a lot of things that would make things different. I just loved kind of the grittiness of it. And there's a younger girl in the movie played by Georgia Akin, Clara, and she is creepy. She's almost like a Wednesday kind of a feel, almost like a goth girl. And some things start to come out about her that you find out. And then when this twist kind of happens, you kind of have it figured out along the way before it gets there. But the journey to that is great. And it sets up for this ending that I really liked. I think it kind of stuck the landing, so to speak, as I was wondering if they were going to go one way and they went the other, and it really solidified the movie for me, where I gave this a 3.5, close to 4 stars, and would happily watch this movie again. I will tell you that Mina Masoud, he is creepy in this movie, and he is such a good, badass bad guy. It is a completely different role for him than you saw in Aladdin. This is, I mean, as street rat as it can go, if you think of it that way. Like, he fully leans into, I am a crazy killer, and he nails it. It is great. There's another character, Rose. She has this very Mia Goth from Pearl feel to her. But what happens to her, I was shocked. And Olivia Scott Welch, there were multiple times I was looking at the screen that I thought it was Melissa George up on screen, because she looks like a younger Melissa George. And man, this movie was so good. I would highly recommend getting on Shudder if you have it, and watching The Sacrifice Game, because this movie, for me, it hit in every way that I wanted it to. And when we got to the ending, stuck the ending for me. I loved it. Go check out The Sacrifice Game. Well, there you go. There are my thoughts on The Sacrifice Game. Before I go, I'm going to give you a couple watches you can do at home. First up is, if you have Screambox, there is a film called Adam Chaplin. This is a movie I saw a few years ago, and Adam Chaplin came out in 2011, and it is an Italian, basically splatter gore fest of a movie. Think basically the bloodiest anime you can think of, and they turned it into a live action movie, like a Fists of the North Star or something like that. Like, you're punching and it's like fast punches and just blood flying and faces getting crushed. And this movie is wild. It is a movie that needs to be seen to be believed. Like, honestly, Adam Chaplin is such a ride. It's a revenge movie of this man who is trying to take revenge on these people that killed his wife, but he's possessed by this demon that comes out of him. And then every person or that he takes revenge on, like, it's just a blood fest of a kill. Like, blood's just flying all over, cuts arms off, and it's just spraying out. He's bashing people, and blood's like, it literally looks like they just took buckets and they start throwing it on screen, and it is wild. And I highly recommend you go check out Adam Chaplin on Screambox. The other one is a shorter film. It's called Freak, and you can watch it on Tubi. It is only an hour long, but this is a crazy movie about this kind of creature in the backwoods that starts killing people, and it is bloody and gory. Let me tell you that. The first kill that comes up in it, I was shocked for a no-budget movie. Like this little short, we can call it a short film, is just under an hour. So not quite feature length, but it's close. And you can tell that they have no budget, or any budget that they had, they put towards these effects, and they did a great job. I would have loved to see this kind of stretch out to maybe another 20 minutes, give it a feature film length, put a little more backstory into it, and have some fun. But go check out Freak on Tubi. Before I head out, I got a great promo for you for Killers of the Flower Moon, directed by Martin Scorsese. Killers of the Flower Moon is a masterpiece and is now available on digital. Lily Gladstone, alongside Academy Award winners Leonardo DiCaprio and Robert De Niro, give powerful performances in this riveting film based on a true story. By the epic Western crime saga, Killers of the Flower Moon on digital now from Apple and Paramount Pictures. Follow me on X at Tubi Tuesday and all other platforms at Old Man Brad. But that will do it for another chapter of Old Man Brad. Just subscribe to the show so you never miss any episodes. I will be back soon with a brand new chapter. I have a review for Santa Stein coming. I'm going to be doing an episode with my friend Brett from Dissect That Film. We are going to do the second movie. We did The Wicked One, and we are going to do the sequel, Wicked Ones, as part of the Tales from Tubi series. So watch for that coming soon. And a couple other great episodes in the works. But like I said, just subscribe and you won't miss them. Snuggle up in that blanket, turn off the lights, because it's okay to be scared. We'll talk to you later, everybody.